And now it's time for Judge Joe Brown. He's the real deal in the courtroom today.
This neighborhood kid crashed my car into my garage.
That woman let my minor child drive a car without my permission.
A car sale takes a backseat after a test drive ends in a crash. College student Joy Love is suing her neighbor for damage to her vehicle and her garage. Defendant Eleanor Walker says there was minimal damage to both. Now, here's Judge Joe Brown.
It appears that you're suing, is this the mother of your neighbor's minor cousin who rammed a vehicle into your garage, causing damage to the vehicle and the garage during the course of a test drive?
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's 18 now?
Yes.
Well, he can stand up here. Come on, he's been given notice that he's part of this whole thing. All right. You first. What happens? What sort of vehicle is this?
It's a 1994 Pontiac Firebird.
And you were offering it for sale?
Yes.
Have it advertised?
No, actually his cousin had come to my house and asked me if it was for sale, yes.
All right.
And
when did you first see the young man over here?
I spoke with him a couple weeks before the actual day of the incident, and we had agreed upon the price of $1,000. If he wanted to come up with it and buy the car, then I agreed.
What happened?
Well, on the day of the incident, he came to my house and we spoke about the car, and he came and looked at it and everything, and he wanted to take it for a test drive before he bought it. He said that he had the money that day, and you know, I asked if he had an ID and everything, and he did, so...
He had a driver's license?
Yes.
Valid license. All right,
yes.
Keep going.
And I walked inside the house for a second, and, you know, there was a really loud noise, like a wrecking ball going through the house, and I came outside, and he was in the car through the garage.
What did you do when you heard this noise?
I came outside and asked what he was doing, and he said that he would use the money that he was going to use for the car to pay for it.
What do you indicate had happened?
He didn't know. He said he thought that the car had malfunctioned or something, so I got into the car myself and showed that there was no problem with it.
Stop a second. Let me ask you a question. Standard transmission or an automatic?
Automatic.
Automatic. Did he ultimately buy this vehicle?
No.
Did you get your garage door repaired?
No, I did not.
Where is the vehicle now? What's happened to it?
It's sitting in the driveway.
So you had no sale and no repair to the vehicle. Do you have an estimate?
Yes, I do.
Please pass that up. Also, if you have an estimate as to the damage to the garage door, please pass that up too.
All right, thank you.
Oh, and you might as well get your husband up next to you. You're interested in this. Okay. $1,211.98 for the restoration work. And let's see, we have a damaged garage door. I see the brochure.
On the back, you'll see the windows, and with the windows, it's
$636.
Yes, sir. And that's the price without the windows.
Have you had this repaired yet?
No, I have not.
When did all this happen?
In September.
Last year?
Yes.
Okay. What happened?
Everything that she said is right, but she never asked me for my ID or anything before I got in the car or test drive.
What's that got to do with anything? You have a driver's license?
Yes.
When did you get it?
Sometime in August.
Last year?
Yes.
So what's the defense?
Just that the price that she was giving us at first was wrong from the price that she's giving you now.
What's your defense?
First of all, Your Honor, that was PDQ.
What?
For her estimate for her garage door.
$636 for a garage door, that's pretty cheap.
And maybe, but first of all, that's not the company that I talked to. At first, she told me AE door, okay?
It is none of your business who she talks to. It's her property, his property. They can go who they want to go to get it back together.
And actually, that is AE door that he has.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. Let's go from there.
Okay. My problem, first off, is she allowed my son, he was only 17. I had no knowledge of him test driving the car.
How'd you get over there?
I don't know, because I was at work.
You don't know. That's the
No.
problem.
And
he
he
had a
well, you
driver's
know
li-
what? He
Wait a
probably
minute.
drove his own
Did you
car.
have any objection to him having a valid operator's license so without accompaniment by an adult he can operate the motor vehicle
He
on the
can't.
public streets, highways, roadways, byways, public parking lots, alleys, turnpikes, thoroughfares, and general passages of egress throughout the state? He doesn't need you in there to operate the vehicle.
You're probably right.
Not probably, I am.
But he does need my permission to do anything else in
Well,
the
he
state
got
of Ohio.
over there, did he not? He was not doing anything the state forbade him to do by himself.
At 17, there's a lot he cannot do without
Well,
a
yes, but what was he doing in this instance? The state
test driving
said
the car. He can't go in the car lot and test drive a car without parental consent.
if
at
he's got the
17
money
years
to
old.
buy it, he certainly
No,
can.
he cannot.
Oh, you know the law. Where is your law license? And where is your doctorate of law degree? You got a Juris Doctorate degree?
Not at this moment.
Well, then, how are you sitting up here telling me? And what's the problem? What is the problem? What are you trying to do? This boy wrecked this
Okay,
woman's door.
He did, and I won't
So
take
why
that.
aren't you sitting there saying, let's take
well,
care
no,
of it?
now. The door, okay, the price for the door, that's fine. That is just fine. But the price for that car is incorrect. It is incorrect. That's $1,100. That paint that's on that door, a magic eraser, Mr. Clean's magic eraser.
That's
could've
the way
took
you
that paint
treat
off.
your personal property?
Well, you know, yes, I have used a magic eraser to take where somebody hit my car and rub the paint. Yes, I have. And it works just perfectly.
tried
Well,
to rub it
maybe
off
you
and it
didn't
didn't
have
work.
anybody that you could have gone to get recourse about putting that on the vehicle, so you did what you could do.
Oh, I did have
Maybe
someone
she's
to-
got higher standards than you do.
Well, how? When the engine is bad in the car, so she don't have that many higher standards than I do.
We'll be right back with Judge Joe Brown.
It's not the garage that is the issue to me. It's the price of the car.
That's what I call no drive. Why don't you sell that plate or something instead of fronting off with the bling? Pay for this woman's garage.
And later today,
Miss Serena and I were going to get engaged. We were going together for 8 years. For unknown reasons, Miss Serena canceled the wedding, and to this day, I don't know why.
I have never admitted it.
It's Joe time after this.
we're back with Judge Joe Brown. The defendant in this case did not deny her son caused the accident in question, but didn't agree to the amount of damage. She feels the plaintiff's car is worthless and the garage door could easily be fixed. Let's take a look.
Why? Well, how did this accident happen?
I actually don't know.
You don't drive well.
I do drive.
And they need to up these driving tests.
I got 100 on the driving test, actually.
100 on the drive. Well, it's a poor driving test. That's what I call no drive. Why don't you sell that plate or something instead of fronting off with the bling? Pay for this woman's garage. You got it in your mouth, it doesn't do anything for you. Got it in your ears, it doesn't do anything for you. What's the matter with you?
There is nothing
Well,
wrong
then why'd
with me.
you let him do it?
First
If
of
he's
all,
supposed to be a minor, why you let him do it?
He 18 now.
No, well,
He's 18 now. It's not like he has not been walking around
Put the
like
cars,
that.
put the
And
pictures
he's
of the
very
car up. Put the
responsible.
picture of the car up.
He's very
Put the,
responsible.
well, I don't see it.
You just seen him today.
That's how you used to your stuff being. Let's see the garage door. Pull that up. Oh, nice. That's how you like to live? That's your standard?
Oh no, my garage don't look like that.
Well, then why shouldn't hers look at least as good as yours?
Like I said, that's the garage. That's fine. I have no problem with the amount for the garage at all. It's not the garage that is the issue to me. It's the price of the car.
Well, I mean, what's he doing? Where did he get the $1,000 to go pay for the
He
woman?
works.
Well, then good. He can pay her.
You're right. He
So
could.
the bottom line is this vehicle is
He
totaled
could pay
out.
her.
End of discussion.
He
We have
works.
the symptoms that make the case. He's responsible
Yes,
for his
exactly.
own
That's why
actions
when I got
when
the
it
letter-
comes. Oh, you want to talk
I'm
over
sorry.
me?
I'm sorry.
You want to talk
I
over me? See, the bottom
apologize.
line here. You know what I'm doing?
I apologize.
The boy needs some training. Now he's got a
He
job.
has
What's he
some
work? A
training.
supermarket
No.
cashier?
He
Now,
has some
son, do you want to
training.
work as a cashier? What do you want to be in life?
Architect.
What?
Architect.
Who in the devil's gonna hire you in a firm with you got headlights in your mouth like that? I hope it comes out.
Yeah, it do. And I'm still in high school.
You're still in high school.
Correct.
So why you want to look like a thug penitentiary bound if you have some ambition in life? You see, the bottom line is raising boys is hard. You don't
You're
let them do
absolutely right.
everything
You know
they want to do.
I do a good job, a very good job.
You're not showing it today. So let's take care of that $1,848 in your cost. End of discussion. I'm trying to help you. You won't listen.
And this courtroom is now in recess. The defendant's high scores on his driving test did not translate to good driving skills on the road. He'll pay today. Now, we're on to the next case.
Please raise your right hand.
Pharmacist technician Brian Pokorny is suing his ex-fiancée for half the deposit on a reception hall. Defendant Maria Urena says she never agreed to pay.
You first.
Okay. All right, it's all started in 2006 when Miss Urena and I were going to get engaged. We were going together for 8 years, and we had got into a contract with a restaurant for our wedding reception. For unknown reasons, Miss Urena canceled the wedding, and to this day I don't know why. And so, no, it's since we were in a contract together with the restaurant, they would not refund back my money. So, Miss Urena, knowing this, I have proof of the contract that we have, and I also have a letter that Miss Urena had made in her own writing to get back the money because it was in her own best interest, because she was part of the what she was going to have to owe.
Yeah, both of you are on the contract. Let me see that. Miss Sonia, if you'd be so kind as to pass that up to me.
But the
Please,
letter
ma'am.
that she wrote, her signature on there.
There you go.
Thank you, ma'am. This letter is a formal request to have the $1,788.47 charged to Brian Pokorny's Bank of America account refunded immediately. There is no contract with him. Due to these facts, this contract is void and non-enforceable.
Now, if she had no investment in saying that she was not part of it, then why do I have a letter that she made up by her own with her signature to try to get the money back?
I then have the promissory note, which is set up as a memorandum. And that's the $200 that was supposedly advanced at that time.
Judge, but see what
Okay.
here, I've demanded for payment from her multiple times, and even after
Yes.
she found out legal action was going to be done against
Yes,
her.
I understand.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay.
You made out a prima facie case. You have the floor.
Okay, thank you very much. Your Honor, there was a contract with Stargazer Restaurant when we planned to have our wedding. First of all, he went ahead and he actually went and booked this room for our wedding the first time he went.
He did.
He did this.
Well,
We did
your
this.
letter to them
We did
states that
this.
he wasn't a party to the bloody thing, that you were.
Yeah, we went to
No,
it.
don't you interrupt.
Sorry.
I got her now.
I'm sorry, but the letter, may I take a look at that, please, as well as the contract? Because as far as I understand, he was the one that signed it because he was the one that paid for it. He put his card on the contract for the Stargazer Banquet Hall.
Here,
Sir,
pass that down to the defendant,
because
please.
I sent the letter does not mean I admit to it. The thing is,
Well,
we have...
exactly what is that then? You're having a third party rely on it. It's a business transaction. You put in writing something that they might use to expose you to pecuniary liability.
I have never admitted it. First of all,
You just did.
Your Honor, it says here on
Did
the
you
contract.
sign that?
No, I did not. The
Well, whose
contract
signature is that at the back?
She's looking at the
No,
wrong contract.
this is a letter that
No,
we...
I'm talking about not the contract, that letter.
Okay.
See, the contract I have is unclear, but the letter's signed by her.
Okay, but I'm talking about the contract because this is the base of
All
our
that is a
argument.
recitation of what's in there. That doesn't
Brian-
have anybody's signature on
It says Brian and Maria Pokorny.
That's right.
I am not Maria Pokorny. My name is Maria Urena. I never signed for this, sir. Second of all, the letter that was sent is sent on behalf of
Your
Brian
name
Pokorny.
was going to be Pokorny. That's why it's that way listed. However, look over here on the letter.
Okay,
Look at the letter.
I do have it here.
Look at the letter.
Yes.
What's on the letterhead?
Maria M. Urena and Brian Pokorny.
Okay, you.
The contract was never signed by Brian Picorni, and there is no contract.
We'll be back with more Judge Joe Brown in a moment.
Why'd you break up with him, by the way? Did you have good cause?
I fell out of love with him, and there was a physical dispute between us that occurred, and I personally decided to break up with him.
Closed captioning sponsored by...
We're back with Judge Joe Brown. The plaintiff in this case says his ex-fiancée suddenly broke off their engagement with no concern for down payments made for the big day. He was stuck with the bills and no bride. Let's take a look.
Who pays for what at the wedding?
Okay, the family of the bride traditionally
Or
pays.
the bride, if she is over a certain age and status
That is
and
tradition,
experience
that is
in
not
life,
law.
is her obligation to pay for the whole bloody wedding.
Yeah, but that
he
is
pays
tradition.
for the groomsmen and the entertainment in some shape, form, or fashion. You pay for the rest. Now, all he's asking is one half. Why'd you break up with him, by the way? Did you have good cause?
Good cause to break up with him? I believe I did.
What was that?
Oh, well, I fell out of love with him. I fell out of love with him, and there was a physical dispute between us that occurred, and I personally decided to break up with him.
Well, you did.
Before that, he had stated that he was going to pay for
Well,
everything.
you're getting ready to get married. What's his is yours,
wait
and what's
around.
yours is his. Is that going on? So why are you trying to get him to get stuck for the whole bill when you just fell out of love and you broke it off after 8
Thank you.
years?
No, it wasn't.
You know
I
you'd
just
be
fell out of
hollering,
love.
crying, and screaming and yelling about you got done wrong if it was the other way around. So I think that's about fair. Don't you think that's fair now that you think about it? You called it off. He's got a broken heart and his feelings are hurt. I thought we were going to be together forever. I was trying to do right. I wasn't, well, God, it hurts so good.
8 years is a long time.
Bring another
8 years
picture
is
of
a
Bud
long
Light.
time, you know,
I need
but
to go
Your
cry
Honor,
at it.
Your Honor, there is no need to go to that level. Business is business, and if he's got a broken heart, I understand. But this thing was not ever my intention to pay for, and I believe that you are being completely
it
unfair.
may not have been your intention,
Then why'd
but
you
you
sign a
should have thought
promissory
about
note
that
that
before you
you would
talked
sign and
anybody
do it?
into it.
The promissory
What's that?
note.
That's the other part.
That's another thing.
No,
Oh,
okay.
let me see that. I didn't see that.
Even
This is
after
good.
That may have
No,
worked the
this is
whole
good.
thing around. Yeah.
This is good because I'm glad he's brought that up.
Even after she found out legal action, I still, in the kindness of my heart, did a promissory note, and she failed to want to pay
Kindness
me on
of
that
your heart.
too.
Kindness
So
of his
there's
heart.
so many
You
opportunities.
even agreed to pay $150 interest.
That contract was void because we have two different
You
contracts.
stated you loved me.
Well,
I mean,
let me
you
see
can't
the
mean
other
nothing.
one.
What? I stated I
It
love
don't
you.
mean nothing. I can say anything.
This is this here. Can I go ahead and show that this email,
Pass
please?
it up.
That says that he.
You sort of damn yourself in this one. You admit there's another note. You claim there's another note, but it preceded this one. This one supersedes. It's like the last one wins. Where is the other one?
Where's the other contract?
Promissory note.
Well, I don't have it.
Ah.
Wow.
Judge Joe Brown makes his ruling after this.
Did an ex damage your property in a jealous rage? Call 877-JOE'S-LAW or visit JudgeJoeBrown.com.
You just fell out of love. But the bottom line is business is business. Why should he get stuck paying for the wedding hall on something that you're supposed to pay for in the first place?
But
So if he pays
paid for
half,
it,
that's
Your
only
Honor.
equitable.
Fair enough.
And what I'm going to do is divide it down the middle. Let's end this. Let's be equitable. $732.50, and you'll both pay for the misadventure. And your court costs, sir.
Thank you.
And this courtroom is now in recess. Ma'am, go ahead and sit straight ahead to the right.
Well, the defendant in this case admits that she called off the wedding, but she says she never agreed to pay for half the reception hall. The judge says she ended it. She can bear half the burden. We'll bear back. We're back. The plaintiff buried the lead by handing the judge a promissory note the defendant signed agreeing to pay. She says he agreed later to let her off the hook, but what's in writing works for the plaintiff. He wins.
For information on future cases or to contact this court, check out our website at judgejoebrown.com.